What's up, people? Oh, look at that little stream reception there. At least people that followed. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope indeed. Is my mic good? This is a very experimental stream. I'm going to see if my mic is good. Is the mic good? I need to know. Hello? 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 It appears I'm a little quiet. Oh no, it should be good. If you guys aren't able to hear me at any point, let me know. And I'll see if I can get that fixed up. Just gotta set up that. Ow, my hand. Okay. I have to do a makeshift second monitor here, aka my phone, for chat because my second monitor isn't plugged up or plugged in. Alright, let's get rid of this stream reception now. We're gonna be playing the Stanley Parable. So, yeah. Open. Open, damn it. Okay, is it working? Are we good? I don't know what those purple barriers are. It's kind of weird. It's fine. Okay, extras on. Saves. Do we want saves on? I guess it doesn't really matter. Video, full screen. Probably. This window, I don't need that. Aspects, 16 by 9. Alright, this might do some shenanigans. Okay. Well now I can pull this up. Alright, this works fine, because now I can do that. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna restart stream with on the right thing. Alright. Okay, no, I didn't have to restart stream. Dope. Cool, 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 cool. Good, are we good, are we good? Okay, yeah, we're good. Well, now I can make it full screen again. That was just kind of a thing that I had to do. Full screen, and boom. Alright. Oh, I see why there's a little bit of purple barrier. I see. But my screen is a black barrier, and for some reason it's purple for you guys. Alright, we're good to begin now. This is my first time playing this game on my own. I don't remember everything because, you know, this game was big a couple years ago, but I wanted to play it. Once again, let me know if you can hear me alright once we get into the game, because I can mess with my mic settings if need be. This is a very experimental stream, but it's the game that
This
won.
is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Wow.
Something he would never quite forget.
Okay, is it, okay, yeah, WASD. Okay, I know there's a way to crouch. How do I crouch? Let's see. Okay, let me know if you guys can still hear me, and also hear the game. I know there's a way to crouch. Oh, well.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly.
Well, that's our first
The
ending,
thing to
boys.
do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Oh.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Good start. Great start. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Is there a controls option? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's control. Okay. Okay. That's all I needed. So
Stanley
it's
decided to go to
control.
the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Turn that PC off. Can I turn this one off? Okay. Alright, chat. I'm gonna need you guys to help me when it comes to making decisions. I will need your assistance for that. Okay. We want to get the actual ending out of the way. Go and put that input in. Can you go ahead and do the second input? I think it's on this computer back here. Okay, no. I think you have to do it one at a time. Okay. Alright, chat. I want to do at least a couple endings. Also, if you hear my fan in the background,
When
I
Stanley
apologize, it's
came
very
to a
hot.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I, chat? Do I go to the left? Do I? I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna go right first. I think... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go the other direction. I think... Oh, hold on, you guys. Gotta reload chat because it's being stupid. Alright, we're gonna go right. Oh man, I'm at 79 followers. That's pretty dope. I'm almost to 100. Cool. Okay, we're gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Subtitles. Is there a subtitles option? Oh, extras. There's subtitles. Oh, closed captioning.
Now, perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes,
There we go.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
We're going down.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's,
Left.
Oh, no, it's to the right.
Dang it.
My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Narrator will never
It's
say
clearly...
go right.
Oh dear, would you hold on for
Come
a
on
minute,
now.
please? down,
Okay.
right, left, down, left,
Up to, oh,
right.
Konami
Yep,
code?
okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely
Okay, never
this
mind.
way.
Cool. Let's go. Oh.
No!
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
this
Woo!
isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a
Excuse me.
spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
I'm not closing my eyes.
We just
I'm looking at it
back
all.
to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Okay. All right. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Make sure my
memo.
audio's still good. Okay, yeah, we're still good. Just making sure, guys. Just making sure, taking proper precaution. Also gonna adjust my seat so we can be nice and comfy playing the Stanley Parable. Alright.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Oh my.
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted
Uh-oh.
the game over, completely fresh. Everything
Uh-oh.
should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah, it's not my
It
story.
was right here just a minute
Jeez.
ago.
Come
I'm
on
not
now,
sure that
man.
It's here somewhere.
Your
Okay, then.
story.
It's an adventure.
Gosh.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the
Yeah.
story.
Story. Woo. Story. Yeah. Story. Ah. You will find the story. Woo. Did we find the story yet?
I'll say it. This is the worst
We didn't find
adventure
the
I've
story.
ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress
I will
by
find the
starting
story.
over and over again.
You can't
But it's
stop
got to
me.
be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. Well. Can I move? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I do this thing real quick? Hold on. 1 second. Not do the thing right now. Unless it's the wrong PC I'm looking at. Okay. Moving on. Probably can't do it mid-story.
Okay,
Well.
yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came
Okay.
from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Ah. Story. Gotta save on the bills. You know what I mean?
Aha! I knew
Aha.
we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other
Hurry.
way
We
and
must
retrace
retrace
our steps.
Oh shit. Well,
Now this...
yay!
Well, I'll be
Not
honest,
these
I don't
zombies.
recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't
Do the
think
Avenged
so.
Sevenfold.
I can't quite recall, but I believe
Yeah!
my story took place in an office building.
Okay, maybe.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
I don't even need to add a
Put in
sound
lot
effect
of
for the
hard work,
YouTube video.
and it
There already
really
was
paid
one.
off, so
Woo!
good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in
I put
any
in a lot
actual
of work
work
for
for
this
that
win.
win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Put a lot of
Okay,
work into this.
I'm
What are
getting
you
weirded
talking
out by
about?
whatever this place is. I don't
Did
care
so
what might
much
happen this
work?
time. I have to
Jeez.
restart.
Yeah.
All right,
Line.
I've got a solution.
Follow the line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help
Follow
of the
the
Stanley
line.
Parable Adventure
What if I
Line.
just like
Just
no.
follow the line. How simple is
No.
that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. Fine. Be like that. I try to listen to you. Rude. I'm shutting down all the computers now because of you. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Follow the line, boys.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's
not,
over in this
actually.
direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah! Epic music! Da, 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 da. Yeah! Epic music! Yeah!
Cut the music.
No!
Go back and look at that fern.
No, I don't wanna.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
We go
The
this way?
story?
This way.
Is any of this ringing a
This way?
bell?
This way. And I can't close my door. Okay, fine. We'll go the right way instead. Just for you, line. Alright, this way. Yay! Back here!
No,
Yeah!
not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been
Ah!
through, oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! Aw. I was having fun. No. Shut the door. I don't want it. Fine.
You
I'll
know
follow.
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's
I
it ever
wanted to
done for
follow
us?
the
We're
line,
intelligent
though.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Okay, my story is back to
Something
my office.
exciting,
To work
daring,
my
mysterious.
terrible life until I
Ooh,
retire when I'm
this all
70.
sounds perfectly
Man,
doable.
post.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't
Fine.
know. How about this direction?
How about no? Wait, what way do you want to go? Oh, right? You want me to go through a door on the right? What? Fine. It has to be right. If even the narrator
Now,
thinks it's right.
Yes, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new
Yeah.
story. Well, it could be anything. What
Yeah.
do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
I don't trust this.
Whatever
Back
it
this
might
way.
be, Stanley,
But-
I'm
yes.
ready for it.
Yes. Yes. Back.
Oh, no, not you again.
Back this way.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alright. Now we should be good. Aha! I'm back here. Aha. See, it's not an infinite loop. You fools. I'm right. I'm intelligent. It's pretty wild. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. This should go well. Oh wait, that's right. It's still destroyed because it's not an infinite loop. No, it's not. Haha!
A choice.
Yes.
We get to make a decision. From
Alright.
here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh. Fine. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
What?
You're telling me that's what this is?
What?
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
I don't think I want to die.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Yes.
Will something happen?
Yes.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have
that noise. I don't like it. Alright. Oh, it's back to normal. Up.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah,
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, missed memo. Woo! Oh, there's a second input. Aha! That's 2. Okay, now keep her going. Where do we go now, Chad? Do we go left?
When
Let's go
Stanley
left.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, fair enough. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. This is my broom closet now.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I will not leave the broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because it's
Please offer me
entertaining.
some explanation here. I'm genuinely
It's
confused.
entertaining. I'm gonna try to get one more dialogue option.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I don't care.
I never would have thought to mention
I'll
it.
click until I can't click no more.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I mean, this is an ending, right?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Okay,
That
it's
or the drug
accurate, but
money.
like,
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and
oh,
hookers.
I mean, I'm not legal yet, but maybe.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm
You
dead.
got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or
okay,
she
okay.
has fallen prey to any number of your
I got
countless
this.
human physiological vulnerabilities.
Hold on.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
We're back. Hello,
Alright,
people.
when you've done that,
I'm
just step out
Goten.
into the hallway.
Yeah, the other guy was definitely not Goten and is definitely not dead. That was just Fast Hunter. It's fine. He was just using a voice changer to have my voice. Alright, so we're gonna keep going. I don't know why we're in a
second
broom
player.
closet.
It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
That's good.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Tell me what to do? No.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his
Yeah.
post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Yeah.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something
Exactly.
occurred to
Makes
Stanley.
sense.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
No,
All of my
come on
coworkers
now.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a
crazy,
single
I'm
moment
just
for
special.
no reason at all. None of it made
Come
any
on
logical
now.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh,
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This
I'm
is
dreaming.
all a dream.
This is all a
What
dream.
a relief Stanley felt to
Yeah.
have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy
You
after
can actually
all.
make it to the end of this
He
loop.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring
flying.
through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's the name of the game,
Now
brother.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
This is a
How
dream.
could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
No.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the
This is a
voice not
dream.
see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Would I?
That this was a dream.
Would I
So
really?
he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yes, everything will be fine.
I am okay.
Yes, definitely.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Well, I died again.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh. I'm a female. now.
Mariella woke up on a day
At least
like
her name
any
isn't
other.
Kylie.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh.
But on this
my boy
particular day,
Stanley dead.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Are you sure about
It
that?
was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled
Turns
for
out she
that
works at the
day.
same company and
The
she's
very
next.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Didn't even call an ambulance. Dang. Okay. Well, we just did what? 3 endings technically with the office where we just closed our door? Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hand them out.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
Pretty
don't
cool,
we
yeah.
take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that
Yes.
answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected
Oh, it's not
continue
raining,
on your
that's right.
first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh,
Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
so you're British. You're a British bloke. Gotcha. I apologize if you hear the heavy ass rain outside, guys. There's not much I can do about it. Get in the game again. I can at least do that. Hopefully, the noise suppression this mic option is enough.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Yeah, it's
stop
raining
by the
very hard
employee
outside all
lounge
the time, I'm not
first,
sure
just to admire
How
it.
this always happens here in West Virginia, but it happens.
Yes,
I apologize.
this room.
Not much
But
I can do
eager
about
to
it.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whoop. 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 Yes!
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to
Ah!
you, Stanley, but that
I knew
lift
it would
isn't
work.
coming back.
Wasn't actually
You'd
100% sure
best
if that
either
would
get
work.
comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking
You're
at it
giving me your
now, it's
blessing?
not that
Oh,
far
yeah!
to the bottom floor.
Woo!
But whoops, looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Didn't need to ask me twice. Cool. Alright, restart now. Cool. That was simple.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Can't remember where the third input is for the thing. Then somebody spilled coffee. How rude. Hey, that's open. That's fun.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Alright,
he
we're gonna
entered
go
the
this
door.
way and see
This
what
was
happens
not
if
the
you
correct
actually
way
go
to the
through
meeting room, and
the-
Stanley knew it perfectly
Well, I
well.
don't think I've ever done it. I think
Perhaps
it
he
just
wanted
leads
to
to
stop
normal
by the
endings on
employee
other side.
lounge first, just to admire it.
But we'll see.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay. yeah,
Yet
so
there
it
was not a
seems,
single person here either.
little
Feeling
mindeds.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
I'm
up to
kidding.
his
I'm not gonna
boss's
go back in the
office.
broom closet.
Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, this will be. Okay. Oh. Do thought I could go back for a second. Might be able to. Can I do this?
Stepping in.
Oh! It works! It works! Oh, and this opens again. Is this open? No. Okay. Wait, is this one open? Is this one open? No. Oh! There's the third input. Aha! Got it. Okay. While we're at it, since we've broken the game already, face punch! Aha! Can I go down here, I wonder? Ooh. I wonder. Can I? Okay, I cannot. Cool. Alright, we're backtracking. Is it shut? Not shut. Fucker. I mean, I can't really go anywhere that way anyway, but you know. Alright, let's turn face punch off. It kind of messes with my eyes. A little bit. If I leave it on for too long. I can do it for plenty gags, but I can't hold it on for too long. Alright. Running. Uh-huh. Okay. Guess we're going back. There's no other way to go. Room closet? Yeah, there's no other way to go. Did I do that by accident? I did click, so it's possible I did that. Hold on, let's try. Let's see. No. Oh, it just doesn't open. Okay. I thought you had to go through that for this end. Okay. Maybe you go a different way? I go down? Oh. No. I didn't check before. Wait, is there something down here? I wonder? No? Okay. I think I might need to restart. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to stay open. But I think I clicked and it got it, and I don't think that it opens again. Pretty sure that one was supposed to be the one that's open for this ending, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we gotta begin the game again. I fucked that one up. That's my B. Did I keep the input?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand.
Oh,
It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
okay. My color dialogue changed. That's fun. Okay, let's try that again, but not close the door.
When Stanley came to a set of
'Cause I
two
know that's an
open
ending.
doors, he entered the door on his
I won't
left.
get that ending. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Maybe it's that one. Maybe you go through that one. It's one of the two.
Stepping in.
Cool. Let's try this again. And not spamming, left click the entire time because I'm stupid. Okay. Okay, that's better. I'm just stupid. Okay, gotcha. We can keep going now. Woo! I wonder, can you just like... Stuck. Can I just like do this still? I could. I want to try that after we do this ending. Whoop! Loading. Ooh, I am now leaving. Yay! 754. Alrighty. I knew this was an ending. I just thought I did it wrong or something for a second there. 755. Well, at least we'll get to 760. I assume. 756. Oh, that door is open. Wow. This should be 757. 758. Hold on 1 second, boys. My cushion that I had is actually very uncomfortable, surprisingly. AKA my pillow for my chair. That was what I had to do. 759 it should be. And 760 should be when we eat on out here, right? Oh, yep, looks like it. Escape pod launch bay. Okay, escape. Am I still moving? Oh, yep. Yeah. I did it. Cool. I actually almost did.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Alright, we're gonna
Perhaps
try
he
that.
had
We're
simply
gonna try
missed a
like
memo.
keep the narrator up here, and then we'll go through the window, see what if anything happens. Just because I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that.
When
I'm
Stanley
sure it's
came to
nothing,
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
try that. Could be interesting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment...
Cool. Alright, let's try it one more time, and like I said, go out the window, see if the narrator's still there. I assume not. Because like he's stuck up there. At least that's the assumption. We will see. We will see. So let's turn the computers off, kids. Okay. I'm fat. Okay, there we go. Cool. Shoot. Oh, let me up. Let me up. Okay. So yeah, the narrator is just gone. That's fun. It's a nice touch. Okay. Now let's try. Oh, hey, it's with the papers again.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay. We're gonna do. Let's do one more like.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
I don't want to stream
just
too late, and I
admire
want to stream this again, so we'll just stream again.
Standing now in this incredible room,
This is fun.
Stanley for the but
Streaming
eager
games
to
on
get
my
back
PC
to
is fun.
business,
I want to stream more
Stanley
Wiz
took the
too.
first open door on his left.
We will not be taking that door. We will be heading
Stanley
this
was
way,
so bad
and
at
this
following
way.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't
And
5 years
then-
ago.
Go this way.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
go
but the fact
listen to
is
the
that the
phone.
story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
Ah,
about.
fuck you.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The opposite day.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be
I'll be
happy
back.
all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much
Fine,
happier
I'll go back.
if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't have a choice, do I? Fine. I'm in. I'm in.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty dope. But I don't like you.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'll go back. Oh! Pretty light. Hold on.
Right.
Whoa.
Where were we?
Hold on. This is dope. Alright, I'm going. Moving on. Moving on.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Chat. Chat. I need a decision here. Commit not alive for the second time in this stream. Actually, technically third time because I died IRL apparently. Or go back. I need an answer. Somebody. I don't have any viewers because I'm a shitty streamer. Right. Okay. Well, I hate myself and I don't like people. So. Whoop.
No! Oh, thank God you lived.
Fine.
You had me
Apparently I
worried
can't
there for a
kill myself.
moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like blurry. I see what you're trying to do. This is some sort of mind control. You know what? I'm gonna kill myself. Don't switch is
Stanley,
a joke.
go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, I'll go back. No dialogue? Okay, never mind. I was expecting more dialogue. Wait, what's next? Is there anything cool? I don't see anything. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's nothing more. Therefore, it is time to commit not alive. Which, once again, it's a joke for the stream. I would never do that. Suicide Hotline is open 24/7. Never do that.
No. No, no. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Nothing. Pay me. I want money. Money or die. Money or die. Oh, die.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Fine.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were
Yes.
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
I will do it for the sake of
It looks like
content.
you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Content. Ah!
Is it
Yay!
over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Yeah! Content. Alright.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting?
Oh no, let's go look. Because. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, heaven got cut off. Kind of funny. Button, 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 button. Button, 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 button. I get it to stop. Button, 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 button. Saying button or push them? Button. No wonder. Oh! What? Oh. That's not there. Whoa. Let's see what now. Alright, we ended it with button heaven. I want to thank you guys for coming out to stream. We've been, what, probably a little over an hour? About an hour. I want to thank you guys for coming out. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. We're going back to button heaven apparently, because I clicked that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Stanley Parable. Cool. Get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Streamception!